Hi guys, welcome back to my channel, and today's video is a little bit different than my usual videos, and it's going to be long, so I would suggest please grab your coffee or tea or a lot of water and stay hydrated. So I'm going to talk about my first trimester, and while I'm recording this video and I'm going to upload this video, I'm already in my second trimester right now. So let's get into it. Before moving with the first trimester, I would like to let you know that what I did to prepare my body before me planning my pregnancy. So, the first thing is, it wasn't surprise for us. We were planning for our pregnancy. The best thing which I started when I was ready to be pregnant, I made some lifestyle changes in my body. Like, I started working out more. I made sure that I was walking 10,000 steps every day, having my multivitamins, and I got my blood work checked. Even I made an appointment with my doctor to see if everything is good, how my body is. As some of them you might know that I had a PCOS, and due to PCOS I had an irregular period, so there were like less chances to understand when I'm ovulating. So it would become little bit difficult, like this is the right time for the ovulation, or to understand how my cycles are and what is the right time for me to plan out my pregnancy. So these are some factors which I took into the consideration, and I started prepping my body. And while prepping the body, it was not only about my body, it was also like even Krishna made certain lifestyle changes, because when you are planning pregnancy, I feel like it's not only women's job to have an healthy egg or to create a great room for a baby, but I feel like it's an equal job of a man to have a healthy sperm. So that was the most important thing which we discussed among each other, and we made those changes. After the blood work and doctor's appointment finished and everything was good, it was a time for us like to make sure that we are having healthy food, being active throughout the day. As me and Krishna both work 9 to 5, so most of the time our job is like sedentary, like we are mostly sitting down and working, like working from home. Next thing was, even like when you are ready, when you are mentally ready, sometimes it takes really long time to make decisions, and sometimes you are in a state where you feel that you're not ready at all. But I feel like once you know your body, once you know that how is your blood work, once you know your age factor, and even the most important thing is financially, if you are stable and if you feel it's the right time, I feel you should not be late. But again, everyone have their own choices, own decisions, so it's completely up to you. Our pre-test symptoms, like once we started planning, my pre-test symptoms were like, we were visiting Mexico. Me and Krishna were traveling, and once we were back, I started seeing different symptoms in my body, like the tenderness of my breast, which was not usual than what I get during my test, and actually it was positive. As soon as I took the test came positive. And not only like the tenderness of the breast was the symptom, but there were few symptoms, like I was out of the breath all the time, and I used to feel fatigue almost every time whenever I'm even walking short distance. And I even noticed that when I go to sleep and if I wake up midnight, I could not fall asleep. It took really long time to go back to sleep, like almost like 2 hours. Amazing thing I started noticing was the dogs. Like when I used to walk in the park or I used to be around any dog, they used to get really protected about me, and they used to be so calm and used to be around me and used to protect from Krishna. But we do not have a dog, but this we noticed from the other dogs when we used to walk in the park. So my parents were here at week 6, and I had to tell them 2 days prior before they were flying. And even I got to know like literally 3 to 4 days earlier before they were supposed to fly here. So I had to tell them so that if I wanted certain things for my pregnancy journey from India, so that was a good thing which I told them. For now, at week 6, I just had the test confirmation. I did not had any doctor's confirmation, so I had to research which is a good doctor for me, make an appointment. And it, as I mentioned in earlier videos, that the system, to understand the healthcare system over here was the biggest part, because in India it works different, here it works different. So I got my first appointment at 9th week, and there were a few changes during those weeks I noticed in my body. Like, first thing I noticed was the spotting. That was new for me, and I was panicking at that time as I had less friends whom I can go and ask for the help, or I can. But that moment, I just called my doctor's office and I told them this is the thing, I'm having a symptom, but they said that's the normal thing which every woman have it. So until and unless it's not a heavy bleeding, you should not be concerned about it. Did I feel nausea or did I had a morning sickness? I would say no. So I did not have any nausea or any morning sickness. I would say I was lucky that it went really well. I did not notice any major symptoms, but these were the certain symptoms I noticed where, like, I used to get emotional a lot. I used to cry without any reason. There was a day when I was sitting besides my dad, and I don't know the reason, but I broke out. The other thing which was I noticed was, as soon as I wake up in the morning, I used to be hungry. I had to rush to the kitchen to grab something because I could not control my hunger. Strong sensation was like my smell sensation. Like, I used to smell each and everything, and it used to gross me out. Like, not gross me out in a bad way, but I used to feel like I do not need to stand over here, I need to run away. Now it was a time for my first appointment, and it was a thing where I saw my baby first time, and it was very emotional for me and Krishna. Now at week 10, I started seeing other symptoms like bloating, and I started my pregnancy yoga, which was the best thing I did as soon as I completed my doctor's visit. Okay, so next part is pregnancy glow. So, and the changes in my skin. So I would say that I used to break out a lot, and I had an acne in my earlier weeks, but later on it started getting clear. But I did notice my skin was more oily, and later on it started gradually decreasing, and now my skin due to the winter is dry. But yeah, these were the major things which I noticed in my skin. Like, we did our genetic test, and we got to know our gender of our baby and got to know any genetic disorders if baby is having. And after we got the report for the gender, we had sent out those reports to our friends as they were planning for a gender reveal party. And we had a cute little gender reveal party over here, and we do know the gender. I'm gonna keep it so little bit surprise until the end with the gender. But one thing is that your insurance, you have to double check with your insurance if they cover your NIPT test. Most of them are out of pocket, so it's again optional if you want to go for it. Otherwise, you can go directly for anatomy scan, which is done at the week 20th. So that is the alternate option if you want to skip for the NIPT test. Almost it was the end of the trimester, and I did not feel like I am pregnant. But I did notice I had more energy, and I was doing everything like a normal, my daily routine. The thing which helped me with the app was What to Expect, and other app is Peanut. So both the app are different. Like, What to Expect have, like, you can journal, you can keep a track of your daily symptoms, what you're feeling. your daily routine, and even they have like the community over there where you can join the groups and you can ask your questions to the women who are similar stage of pregnancy. With Peanut app you can make friends, you can swipe left and right if you want to make more friends and you want to connect with to someone. With the decoring nursery and clothes, I would say that's the most exciting part. I would say I'm definitely gonna make a nursery tour later on once everything is set. Right now I'm just still researching what is needed. I do not want to buy anything unnecessary which is not gonna be useful for a baby. So what do you think? What are your thoughts? Like, what it's gonna be, girl or boy? Just let me know in comment down section below. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope it was informative, and I hope everyone liked my video. And of course, like, everyone's symptoms are gonna be different than mine, but I hope it was helpful for you. Bye for now.